Hi, I'm DJ Chardonnay, and right now I'm sitting outside a coffee shop in London. This is a city I call home, but soon I'll be introducing you to a group of young men from the San Francisco Bay Area in California who are about to experience London for the very first time. What makes these young men special is that they are part of a pilot program called ARC. The program is designed to help inspire young offenders by taking them away with their mentors and allowing them to experience a foreign environment, a new culture, and just maybe broaden their perspectives and change the course of their lives.
We in London, I'm coming straight from the Bay, straight up. We out here, we in London for 2022.
Yes. Good to see you, man.
Miss Julie. You gotta get me the.
We in the UK. Trip 1, day 1.
Nigga G, man. We got Black Diamond in London. We up here, man. We don't know nothing about Elizabeth. We only know Miss Julie. We got Black Diamond, Mr. Wells. Say it sure. We all know you ain't like that. We in London doing it big.
Kicking it. Good time. It's all just great.
It's lovely out here.
It's beautiful.
We shooting a documentary.
My name is DJ, short for Damien. I'm from West Fairfield, that's in California, next to the Bay Area and stuff. I'm finding London to be pretty cool. It's like different streets. Y'all drive crazy, I don't know. Y'all drive crazy, like it's so different. Like y'all both be coming at the same time. Y'all be so close next to each other. Like y'all wanna die or something.
My name is Michael. Well, I was in jail for a year, and I just got out like 2 weeks ago and came here. I'm from Vallejo, California, the United States. Where I'm from, well, I don't know, because everybody got a different type of growing up. Everybody grew up different. Where I'm from the Crest, so like it's hectic in there, like a lot of stuff going on. And you see like gangs, you see all that. So like growing up seeing that, it make you kind of want to be in it, because like that's all you know, that's all the lifestyle you see. Everybody growing up, you just seen them doing this, doing that. So you kind of feel like you had to follow behind them. People out here, I think out there we like more like friendly, because people out here kind of rude. Like you'll say like, how you doing, and they'll just look at you. Like, I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. But it's cool out here too though, because some people will be welcoming. Some people will be like, hi, how you doing? Oh, you from the United States? So it's kind of cool being from the United States, coming out here, because you like stand out. While I'm in England, I just want to have fun and then go shopping and meet new people, really.
My name is Steer. I'm from California, Vallejo. I really don't know too much, so I can't really say anything specific, but if you say London, where I'm from, like if you say London, people automatically think like tea and crumpets. That's what they think, like a fancy stuff. They don't think nothing else. So like when people say London, that's what we see.
Zane, but everybody calls me G. London, so far, it's crazy. I've never really experienced anything like this. It's the little things, like how you guys call fries chips, and chips are crisp. Kind of throws me off. So, and I'm learning. I've only been here for like a day, but I've learned a lot while I was here, and I want to continue to see what it's like. Maybe one day I'll move out here, but I don't know. I'm excited for the pub. I've never been to a pub, so I didn't even know what a pub was before I came here. I just knew what a bar was. so I'm gonna go to a pub tonight. So, London's version of the hood. Yeah, well, I mean, what really makes it the hood is the activities that go on in my hood. And when I went to the hood over here, you know, it was kind of calm, like there wasn't that much going on. So it's not much for me to say about it, even though I could see the way of living, you know what I mean? Like the projects. And, but it's not like I saw people out there shooting dice, like how I go through my hood and I'll see people out there shooting dice or people standing on the side and stuff like that. A lot of stuff going on. It's always something going on.
Darnell, but my friends call me Nell. It was long. I didn't get to go to sleep. I was up the whole flight. It was long. It was my first time on an airplane. Yeah, furthest I've been from America. I never left the country before. I'm from San Francisco. I was born in Santa Rosa, though. I moved around a lot growing up. I was like 8 different schools growing up. I was homeless from like 3rd grade to like 9th grade. And then I went to juvenile hall for like 3-4 years. And I graduated in there, and I just got out in 2019. And then I had my daughter in 2020. And then I went back to jail in 2021, got out for a little bit. Then I just went back to jail last week, so I barely made the trip. We were walking around. We went to a few like little chicken spots. We went to I'm trying to go to a club though. That's where I wanted to go, because you only gotta be 18 out here. I don't drink. I just want to go see what it's like European clubbing and stuff.
Let's head over to Stratford to have a look around at one of London's largest malls and do a little shopping and meet some of the locals.
Look, I'll never pick sides. It's a free for all.
So, how are you enjoying London so far?
Great.
Great. Well, you're in London? Happy to be here?
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I don't even want to go back.
He doesn't even want to go back. Sorry, do you guys know where you are?
Stratford.
Stratford.
Yeah, Stratford. What part of London is this?
East of London?
Yeah, East London. You know.
So, shopping city. We had time to shop, look around.
Yeah, we had time. You know, I mean, we didn't get all the time we wanted to. I kind of spent some of my money on stuff I didn't want. But
Do you want to tell us like what kind of stuff?
clothes.
The shoes, I see there's a tag on the shoes. Are these new shoes?
Oh yeah, I just got.
You just got the new shoes.
Yeah, London streetwear fashion. I think
The tags on.
we should keep the tags on. You know how we do in America. You know, Illusion, best store in London. You know, we had to come spend our money here. You know, get them right, get us right.
What do you think about the fashion here? Is it like similar to the one in the US? Is it a bit different? What do you think?
It's a little bit different. Y'all kind of wear ugly shoes, but it's alright.
The ugly shoes that you bought, yeah?
No, I'm just playing. I just don't really like all the Air Maxes and stuff.
I'll never pick sides. It's a free for all. All I know is about me, I got mine. We can talk, I'm reasonable. I'll rap on these beats like that. She just wanna get loose and vibe. Got a broken that back, take time.
Oh, you guys are from the US?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to share the love of God. So what are you doing in London?
We on a trip for a week.
Oh, how nice. And you've seen Auntie sharing the love of God.
You sharing the love of God?
Oh yeah, we need Jesus, don't we? I try to speak, I can't speak like an American.
It's okay.
Yeah, so we try to do good to compensate, isn't it? We go to church and then we do religion and all kinds of things. But still sin is there. The problem
It's really nice to see them comfortable, not paranoid, not looking over their shoulders, their heads held high. They just look like they're enjoying life, do you know what I mean?
But it's fun though. I'd move out here. I don't want to go back to California. I'm probably gonna stay here. But in just
I want to stay out here for like 4-5 months and go back with y'all accent.
Yeah, I want to stay out here for.
That'll be raw. That'll be raw.
British accent, go.
Oh, we from Lucian, fam. You know, fam. Proper, innit? You know? From the ends, fam. You can't come over here, fam. It's not good for you, innit?
Oh, yeah, she cool.
She gotta give me 50 pounds.
I'll never pick sides. It's a free for all. All I know is about me, I got mine. We can talk, I'm reasonable. I'll rap on these beats like Clyde. She just wanna get loose and vibe. Got her back in her back, take time. Turn the lights off and it still shine.
Okay, so my name is Julie Hilt, and I was born in London, lived just outside San Francisco, and I am interested in building programs that interrupt the racial and ethnic disparity in the juvenile justice system in the county where I live. So everything I do is geared to creating opportunities that interrupt entry points into the justice system, thereby reducing the racial and eventually eliminating the racial and ethnic disparity in the juvenile justice system. So many years ago when we first moved to California, my son was starting at high school. We had a parent meeting with the counsellor and him to choose classes for the year ahead, and I was all excited, thinking, "Oh, this is great! He's just starting high school. This is a new chapter and everything." And the counsellor had said to my son, "Well, as a young black man, you're going to have to work 10 times harder than your white counterpart." And I was literally beside myself. It was a cross between anger and rage. I mean, I couldn't believe I'd just heard what I'd heard. Yeah, and said so matter-of-factly. And I was thinking, did I just hear what she just said? And my ex-husband said, he's just sitting there calmly. And I said to him, "Are you going to let her talk to him like that?" And he said, "Well, that's how it is." I'm like, "No, that's not how it is." Well, so that was really the turning point for me to start looking at other things. And then I got involved with restorative justice, and I love the way that restorative justice includes all people that have been harmed, if a harm has taken place, includes the community, and tries not to exclude people. It doesn't mean that you might not necessarily have to do some time, but you're enabled to repair the harm that you have caused in a restorative way, because oftentimes when someone has been harmed, the system kicks in, the harmed person doesn't have a voice, because the system says, "Oh, okay, a law has been broken, how are we going to punish them?" And then locks them up invariably. So with restorative justice, it says, a harm has been caused, who's responsible for that harm, who's been impacted, and how are we going to repair it? Well, that is the basis for real transformational change, and then people really learn and move forward. They've been empowered to repair the harm that they've caused. So then as a sort of a natural progression, I realised that a lot of the young people that I worked with really needed an additional thing. I didn't quite know what that thing was, and then I kind of hit on mentoring, and I knew about XLP here, and so I reached out to them, and we brought trainers out from XLP. So we built a mentoring program modelled on the XLP model here, because their program only serves inner city youth, and that was kind of what I was looking at doing. And then we just continued to sort of grow it. And so then I was like, we need to do an exchange trip. It would be great to bring 6 young men and their mentors out to London to meet mentors and mentees, young men their age here in London, and just generally have an experience of being outside of your country and exploring, so to be culturally enriching and expansive.
We're at St Ethelburga's Centre for Reconciliation and Peace in Bishopsgate, London, to hear the story of James Seymour and Leroy Smith. James was a police officer in Brixton in 1994 when Leroy, a career criminal, shot him in the back while resisting arrest. After his release from a 20-year prison sentence, Leroy and James eventually became friends and now work together to influence the younger generation of Londoners at risk of being involved in the violence which had such a devastating impact on both of their lives.
My name's Leroy Smith. I'm here to do interviews, questions and answers with my friend and colleague James. We've become friends in a very extraordinary way and for extraordinary reason.
More officers in London may have to be armed after last night's shooting of 2 policemen in Brixton.
I'm not going to prison. That was it. I'm making good my escape.
And I remember sitting there, lying there thinking, I'm not going to die here. I'm not dying here.
He was a serving police officer and I was a gunman, criminal, drug dealer, and we came across each other at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I shot him in his back while he was trying to arrest me. 20 years later, I've come out, rehabilitated myself, wrote a book, and this first copy, and James read it and found it within his heart to basically forgive me. And we met each other in a train station and made our reconciliation and became friends. And it's a genuine friendship, and that's led on to James putting his half of the story with mine to make a complete picture, and that's this copy here. So that's the full book for the two of us.
That's when I went to search Leroy's Cody, and he dropped something on the floor which I think was crack. I don't know, never will know, not really bothered. Yeah. And I went to push him against the wall to try and secure the evidence, and I saw Leroy struggling with my colleague. And then Leroy pulled a handgun out, hit my colleague on the leg, fired, broke my colleague's leg, and then Leroy told me to disappear. Not in those words. And he fired a warning shot, and then he fired again, didn't you? And it hit me. It's one of those things that after my colleague was shot, it's like everything slows down in time. This ain't happening. That alarm's going to go off in a minute.
Right.
Yeah, this is just a nightmare.
Right.
But it was happening. And I literally turned to see, you've got an injured colleague who's in pain. And literally as I turned round, that's when Leroy fired. Leroy got his got 20 years. As far as I'm concerned, he deserved it. Yeah, so he's done his time. And then when he came out, I found out he'd written a book. I was very open-minded, and I think that's something, again, today that I take away from everybody here about being open-minded. And I read it, and I read it twice, actually, and then I thought, if he's genuine, then he's done his time. He got sentenced to 25, and he did 20, which is unusual, and that was purely because he'd shot a police officer, or two police officers, and didn't have very good previous convictions, did he? And so I wrote to his publisher, and it went from there. So it's nearly 4 years ago to the day that we met. It was hard. It was difficult. It was difficult to look Leroy in the face, but he looked me in the eyes and said he was sorry. And I just said we got to move on with our life.
So this is how it goes. At the time, in around 2017, I was working at XOP, and Julie saw a video of Sefton and I, which was showcasing our mentoring relationship. And she also heard about XOP's mentoring program. So she came over to the UK and was like, I need to get in contact with this organization. I want them to come and share their mentoring model for my soon-to-be mentors in California. And it just so happens, on the days Julie came to visit XOP, I just happened to be sitting down eating some food in the waiting area. She came in and she saw me, we got talking. She shared of her desire for XOP to share their mentoring program. And bearing in mind, I wasn't even working as part of the mentoring team, I was just one of the mentors. And I joked to Julie, I said, it'd be great if I can come. And she goes, yeah, maybe we can try. Got a phone call about a week or two later. Yep. She's raised some funds. She wants to bring you along as well. And I'm like, you're joking. Me go California and train mentors. Are you crazy? Lo and behold, 2018, I went along with a small team, and the experience blew my mind. And then I was like, I got to do this again, back in 2019. And during that second trip, we were like, can you imagine if we took this experience even further and created a exchange trip opportunity for those young men who I met inside the juvenile prisons and the mentors who we've just trained. Imagine bringing them all together and bringing them to the UK for a greater experience.
before you move houses. Remember you was living close, we wasn't blood related, still considered you as my little bro. And then your parents split up around that time, but we didn't know. We always tried our best to ignore the rumors that's getting told. Notice the distance between us when we started getting old. My house was like your second home, your house was like my second home. It's crazy, cause the older that we got, it's like we rarely spoke. And then you changed and you became someone that I barely know. And now we're keeping grudges we can barely hold. There we go, I'm just venting while expressing emotions I rarely show. It's awkward now when I see your sister and your older brother, cause now I gotta walk past them like we don't know each other. It's crazy, and I refuse to let past situations shape me. And if I'm being honest, I've been going through it lately. Plus I see you pointing fingers, and it's funny how you blame me when you made the same mistakes. Your opinions will never change me. You know exactly how I feel, so I just had to keep it real. I see you battling your guilt, I hope you take accountability. Eventually you will.
Takes in this life, you just learn to forgive. You only get so many friends in this life. Take it from an old head, been around the town. Forgiveness.
I'm Jerry Elster from South Central Los Angeles, right? One of my preconceived notions about London before I came is that I knew that everybody would speak to it with like this English dialect, right? But I thought they'd be like real uptight. And I've seen that when you make these type of stereotypes like that, right? You're gonna be let down.
My name is Ricardo Hernandez. I'm from Fairfield, California. And I really came out here with an open mind because this is a whole new experience, a whole new world for us. I travel a lot, but in the States. And when I travel in the States, it's even eye-opening to go from California to Texas or to Mississippi or Tennessee, going to different states. It's eye-opening there. Now to come all the way out here, I really was a blank sheet of paper, and I was hoping, and I'm doing, filling it up with my personal notes of what I'm learning.
I'm the Black Diamond. My preconceived notion was that once I got here, everybody's gonna know I was the Black Diamond. It's gonna be like I was a star. The red carpet was gonna be out. I'm very disappointed about that. I really didn't have no preconceived notion outside of letting people know that we was coming here. And so the biggest thing I wanted to know was about the food. Everybody I've asked has told me the same thing. The food is not no good. That's what everybody's told me, right? But thus far, you know, we've ate at a couple of different places and the food has been good so far. I've only had one thing I didn't like. That was the vegetarian pizza. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Kenny Cook from Florida.
I forgot to say where I was from.
Yes, sir. You did. I can say I can say preconceived notions, but one thing that surprised me when they took us to the PJs, to the projects, it was black and white people. It kind of surprised me because back home we used to see in the PJs for black people with little speckles of white here and there, but in the PJs over here, everybody, black, white, all these different races, and that kind of caught me off guard.
My name is John Wells. I'm from the United States, Vallejo, California. And I really didn't have any preconceived notions about the UK at all. I just wanted to be open and to experience the culture. I did though. I did check with my buddy. I have a buddy who's retired, lives in Atlanta, and he comes over here all the time. He used to come over all the time with his job. So I did inquire about the food. I have to admit that. And he was telling me fish and chips. He fish and chips every day, basically. But I have to say I haven't had one bad meal at all. One thing, I had to get used to the narrow streets though. That was interesting. Left and right versus, but after almost getting hit by buses, it worked out. But I really have enjoyed meeting everybody here, and I'm just here to learn. And hopefully I'll probably process it next week and figure it all out,
Having spent a week in London and with their trip coming to an end, we thought we would catch up with the guys to find out how their experience had changed their view of the world and whether or not they'll be making any changes when they get back home.
It made me realize the world's big, I could die in America right now and nobody out here would care. The world's still going, so it's made me realize that I need to stop with all the, I don't know, I need to stop being so like small-minded and realize that the world's bigger than California and what I got going on out there.
For one, it's gonna make me wanna see the world more, to travel and stuff. And in order to do that, I gotta make better money decisions, make more plans, plan everything out, be more responsible type stuff. And just hopefully come out a better person with this experience.
It really makes me think, like, wow, do I really gotta go back to this? Or do I want to? But then I also think, like, all right, this is my motivation because I don't want to go back to it, so that's gonna make me want to leave again and explore and travel, and not have to look over my back, and not staying in the same areas where things are prone to happen.
I mean, I really don't have any problems to like really change, but this is an eye-opener, so I see things different. So not really change, but I say just move a certain type of way. Cause I now know I see this type, like it's more to than just where I'm from. So I see this, I mean, people say it all the time, but when you see it, it's different.
I'll try. I'm gonna keep it lit. Like, I'm just not gonna say I'm a changed man just cause I came on a trip and stuff, but I'll try. Just really like focus, just like do the right thing, stay out the way, stay in the house, and try to come on more trips, try to travel.
Prison ain't for nobody. Don't matter what nobody say to you. You're not gonna wanna do no years in a cell, 4 walls. You're not gonna wanna do none of that. You're not gonna have to listen to other people for the rest of your life. That's not something you're gonna wanna do. Because anybody who went to jail, they know they hate that shit. They don't want none of it. So I just tell them, like, just decide what you wanna do. If you wanna be in the streets, if you get caught up, you get caught up. You gotta take it, that's what comes with it.
I mean, it was just the cards I was dealt while growing up. I mean, I didn't choose to. I mean, I just did what I had to survive. I mean, all the stuff I did, on the past, all that, my charges, all that, that's not me. That's not me. It's just the way I grew up. I just fit in where I could.
I would say, if you're not beefing or nothing, don't, like, it's stupid, like, it's a waste of money too, because all that shit come with money. If I could change anything, I'd change, like, I'd just be a low-key person and just give money. That's all I gotta say. Just stay to yourself and a few people who you really mess with, because at the end of the day, when you go to jail, nobody's gonna take care of your mom or your girlfriend or your daughter, so it's like, you might as well just stay to yourself and get your money and just live life, have fun.
All that, this is not where it's at. I mean, I can't tell another person what to do. I'm just saying, because I've been through it and I know everything. But I'm just saying, you might as well just do what you want to do. Do what your dream is. Hang around with your friends or something, be a kid. I mean, I didn't even have a childhood for real. I had to grow up fast. But first went to jail when I was 13, it's not it. I can't tell another person what to do though. I'm just saying it's not where it's at though. But you only learn from your own experience like I did. But if they can go the other direction earlier, that's even better. Streets, and that's where you're either dead or in prison.
London, cool. I'm coming back for sure. Even if it's not on the mentor thing next time, I'm coming back here for sure. There's something I like out here. It's a different world.
We turned up, we coming back. I'm from Vallejo, California, United States. My phone ringing, I don't know what it says.
Nobody move, there's blood on the floor. And
when you make these type of stereotypes like that, right? You're gonna be let down. It's never the way you thought it was gonna be. So I see what's really shocking to me is how I can say the normalcy of it, right? It's like I'm seeing people wear the same things that we wear from the States, almost the same type of style.
Deep empty cup, drowning in pain. Somebody help, 'cause I can't find my way. Nobody move, nobody move.
This ready? Yup. There you go. I ain't ready.
Somebody tell me how I'm supposed to feel.
You know, splitting off from Cali and London, you already know. Illusion, best store in London, you know we had to come spend our money here.
Why in the world would I give my heart to you?
Somebody know you.
Just to watch you throw it in the trash.
Say one thing, and I learned it from this trip. Never judge a book by its cover. That's true. I mean, people say it's corny and all, but on the real, it's true. You never judge a book by its cover. For real.
Chest, a heartless, broken mess.